Good morning. Welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot with a little bit of astrology for these dailies. This one's for Saturday, October 21st, 4 p.m. Pacific. Or I'm sorry, 4 a.m. Pacific. The moon is getting tighter and tighter every hour that goes by, getting closer and closer to Pluto. So Capricorn, Pluto, Moon, Pluto, Capricorn, all those energies have a lot of strength for today. As far as the other aspects, they're the same as they were the last few days, actually pretty much all week, except for that we've lost that trine up to the over to Venus and down to Jupiter. We've lost that grand Earth trine, but we still have two trines down to Uranus, from the moon and Pluto down to Uranus, and then Jupiter up to the moon as well. There's the waning trine going on there. So all of that, what does that mean, right? I know I just put out a lot of information. So what it means is it's a day for really getting things done. There's integration happening with the moon at that second decan of Capricorn. And with that trine down to Uranus, it's very, very possible that there's some breakthrough. It could be slower moving, though, than we want, just because we're talking earth signs, and especially with the trine down to Uranus, and as well. Both Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus could kind of slow things down, but then Uranus brings through change, Jupiter brings through expansion. So I'm thinking it's good, even if it is a slower moving day. And it is Saturday, right? And maybe we've worked really hard all week, and this is a day where it's like, okay, you got to just bring things to a head. The things have already been to a head, and now we have to bring things in. You're thinking of completion and bringing things full circle. But that moon to Pluto definitely heightens the issues around power and control, like who's controlling who's got power over what. We're needing to come from our authentic, real selves and not get into power struggles with others. Yeah, and then here we have the Strength card. I love this card for today. So this is gentle strength that comes from knowing who you truly are, and having that courage to just be yourself, not just, but to really be yourself. And because you come from a gentle strength, then there's more influence, because it promotes compassion between each other. It's like, I always see Leo so much in this card, but it could be any fire sign. It is ruled by Leo, though. But the deal is, think in terms of kids, little kids, and how much strength they have when they have your attention and they're just being themselves, and you can have so much fun with them. It's that gentle strength that just exudes, the influence of, look at me. I'm just me. It's no big deal, but there's a real deep connection there that comes from that courage to just be yourself. So, yeah. And then with the Knight of Swords reversed, it could be that this is one of those, or it could be like really good in the morning, very strong, get going in the morning, and then maybe there's a lull in the afternoon, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. The Knight of Swords reversed sometimes just brings through, on a personal level, it just brings through a little bit of, oh, well, wait, I'm not sure yet about that. I'm going to hold off a bit on that before I go charging forward. There could be sometimes it can be about carelessness. Sometimes it can be a little bit impulsive. Sometimes it can be a little, forceful. And sometimes it can be a little bit disorganized. So if we go back to the fun place of, just coming from ourselves and being like the beautiful inner child that wants to play, and there's that infinite strength, that life force. I mean, there's so much life force in this card that it might not matter if we're a little disorganized in the middle of the day. But later on, it looks like with this Two of Wands, I mean, my goodness, there's a lot of fire in both of the, the end cards. So the Two of Wands, of course, is making some progress. It is, it can be sometimes, though, and maybe this is where the little bit of a flux comes through in the midday or noontime or so, or even late morning is the real possibility there. It could be that there's some new plans coming through that you didn't have in the morning, and like later on in the day, and that's because you stopped and waited, because you didn't just go charging through, and that's that's okay. I wouldn't. This isn't a good day for a haircut. There's too much fire going on. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you already have it scheduled, you just might want to be careful, make sure that they understand what you're saying. What else? With this Two of Wands, I mean, it can have you waiting. It can have you feeling kind of restless. And that makes sense if things went a little astray in the midday. Then you're thinking, oh, well, shoot, now what? Kind of a thing. But the key is to just keep going back to what you really want. Be gentle with others. Definitely be in your inner strength, and not worry about it so much. I mean, if you get into the Leo energy with this card, it's all about your creative self-expression and thinking in big terms, with the infinity symbol up here, the lemniscate up on top of her head, and look at all the growth in the garland, and there's growth around the lion, and of course the lion is about being in our power, but expressing yourself from a bigger picture might be what helps. And maybe that's why it kind of turns things around, because when you see from a bigger perspective, then it shifts the plans, because you're not coming from, of course, just such a narrow focus of this is it. I can only do this or that. When you get into the and you're very conscious of who you truly are, then it opens up possibilities to a whole new realm. So yeah, and then this card with the restlessness, and it's Mars and Aries, so it can be a whole new adventure. Most definitely. Other issues with, or not issues, but parts of the Two of Wands, it can have to do with, like I said, like maybe you're waiting for the right way, but you're kind of impatient too. But if you just focus on the plans, making plans, the world is in your hands. And your world, you create your own reality, right? It's our beliefs that organize our reality. So if you believe in yourself and you come from that perspective, then as long as you're patient and you keep looking to the big picture, because you have all your stability right here backing you, and just think of how you want your world, your personal world to be. And maybe you want more fun in your life. Maybe you want to be like a kid again. I could go for that. Playtime. So yeah, maybe the midday is just a lot of goofing around playtime. Okay, take care, you guys. Bye.